Good evening. I am Dr. R. K. Dua, surgeon by profession, and one day I was thinking that how much drug I have consumed from 1995 to 2018. What kind of drug? So I was consuming a drug or the medication for hyperacidity. After getting admitted or getting admission to the post graduation, since then, because of the too much work and stress, I was consuming, in fact many of my colleagues were consuming that drug for hyperacidity. So one day I was thinking that I must calculate how much amount of the drug I have consumed from 1995 to 2018. So that when I calculated, to my surprise, it was more than 3500 kilograms of the drug. So if I consider 20 milligram or 40 milligram of single tablet or the capsule, I have consumed at least 300 days of a year, and for so many years it amounts to this much. So in 2018 I decided that I have to stop this, because I have consulted many of my colleagues. There was no such proper treatment for this problem. So if I go into my medical field or medical terminology, this kind of hyperacidity, if it is not getting response from the drugs, it is usually caused by the bacteria, and for that bacteria we give 4 drugs, a combination of 4 drugs which has to be taken for 15 to 20 days. Even after giving that drug to the patient, many patients just come back that there is no relief after stopping the medicine. So in 2018 I was reading a book. The name of the book was The Power of Your Subconscious Mind. So I am a firm believer of the fact that nature is the best healer, and our body, in fact all the living organisms in this universe, contains self healing properties, and for the long time we have neglected the self healing properties of our body. So on that 2018 I decided that I will stop that drug. So in 2018 I also visited the Sikkim, that was a natural beauty, and I was using that mode of recreation, going to the hilly areas once or twice a year. So that was the last year when I went to some hilly area. After that, everybody knows that COVID came in. So during that visit in the Sikkim, so I have already decided that I will not consume any such kind of drug to decrease my acidity. And to my surprise, that since 2018 and now is June 2022, I have not consumed that drug. So that is the one simple example that without having any kind of medication or other kind of treatment, so my body healed myself. The only thing I did, some modification in my dietary habits. I stopped taking egg, I stopped taking non-vegetarian diet. I am totally strict on the vegetarian diet. And if I tell you one more example, so when my son was in 12th, he used to go to the gym. So one day he was complaining that he is having back pain, and that back pain was a single spot. When he was sitting for a longer duration, he used to have that back pain. So I decided to consult orthopedician in my hospital, and that orthopedician advised MRI, and when the report came, he suggested that there is slight narrowing in the canal and he should avoid going to the gym for his lifelong. So that hearing that, my son was so much angry with that orthopedician and with me, that these are your colleagues, they don't know how to treat the body, and they are saying that I should not go to the gym. So then I confided with my orthopedician friend. He was a professor in orthopedics at Safdarjung Hospital, and I told him that you just have to convince him that for he should avoid gym for at least 2 to 3 months or 4 months. So that was the only thing I could have done, that I avoided going him for a gym for 2 to 3 months. After that he started going to the gym. He has a very strong determination that anatomical defect which was shown in the MRI was not going to stop him from going to the gym. So since then, now he is going to the gym for the last 4 to 5 years. So after that he never complained that he is having the back pain. So after considering that body heals itself and nature is the best healer, I decided, and I was having that notion in my mind that the products we are using, the things we are eating, all these contain synthetic chemicals, synthetic fragrance, synthetic colors. So I wanted to avoid all those things. Since 2018 I have stopped using all kind of synthetic fragrance, maybe deo, perfume, shampoos, and you can see my hair also. I used to dye my hairs, but I have stopped using the dye also. And since 2018 I have never taken the drug, only very few occasions I have almost stopped that taking a drug for hyperacidity. So these are the two examples which compelled me to do something to give this information to the people, to the community. So I decided to create a brand known as Sanjeevani Booty. Sanjeevani Booty, you all must be knowing, you must have read the Ramayana, and that Sanjeevani Booty revived the unconscious Lakshman. So I decided to name my brand as Sanjeevani Booty, and I created few products like soaps and natural serum, lip balm. So I was very adamant that all these things should not contain artificial fragrance, artificial colors, or any other synthetic chemical which is harmful to our body. So that's why I have not that released the product that we call the lotion. So lotion is basically the emulsion of oil and water. So oil and water, these are emulsified by synthetic emulsifiers. So I don't want to use that synthetic emulsifiers. So I tried to contact some manufacturers and advise them to use that lecithin that is used in making the chocolates. So they refused that your order is so small and we don't produce such kind of, and the cost will be so high that you will not be able to pay. So I restricted myself to the soaps and that natural oil based serums, lip balms and mosquito repellents. So I thank you all from the bottom of my heart who have purchased my products or who have just visited my site and tried to see those products. So in their mind somewhere they have some consideration for the natural products. So these are the two examples, and I once again thank you very much for supporting me by by purchasing my products. Thank you very much.